What if I told you that Ford loses nearly $36,000 on each electric car they build? That's right, Ford is hemorrhaging money on its EV business. And it's not just Ford. Other automakers are also struggling to make a profit on electric vehicles. That's why Ford CEO Jim Farley announced that the company is abandoning electric cars. It is a surprise to many in the auto industry, as Ford has been one of the leading proponents of electric vehicles. In this video, we'll explore why Ford is abandoning electric cars and the implications of Ford's decision for consumers and investors. So stick around and don't forget to subscribe. So the question is Ford's foray into electric vehicles, EVs, turning out to be a major misstep? The recent bombshell from Ford CEO Jim Farley has sent shockwaves through the auto industry. Ford, once a proponent of electric cars, is now reconsidering its stance, leaving many perplexed. The company is bleeding money, with losses of around $36,000 per EV built. This dire situation has led to a potential closure of Ford's doors. Why the sudden change? Customers seemingly reject Ford's EVs, as evidenced by a staggering 92,000 unsold units sitting idly in dealer lots. Ford was all geared up with a billion-dollar plan to dive deep into the EV game. Exciting, right? But guess what? They've hit the brakes on that plan. And now they're eyeing a U-turn back to the good old combustion cars. Farley's singing a different tune now, and it seems like he's taken a crash course in understanding what we, the consumers, actually want. But this sudden detour comes with consequences. Ford slamming the brakes on a whopping $12 billion they planned to throw into EVs, especially when they had big dreams, like the success of the F-150 Lightning, the shining star in their EV lineup. You know, the one that was supposed to light up the EV market. Well, it turns out it's more like a flickering bulb. Sales dropped by almost half, and Ford had no choice but to pause production until people started craving EVs again. Now, why the switcheroo? Money talks. Ford's financial report card took a hit with a jaw-dropping $1.3 billion loss in the last quarter alone. Yep, you heard it right. And the yearly total? A whopping $4 billion is down the drain in the EV department. To make matters worse, they're putting the brakes on the production line of the F-150 Lightning, leaving about 700 workers in the dust, and more pink slips are in the mail for other EV plants. Tough times for Team Ford. Word on the street is that as of the summer of 2023, there are 92,000 unsold EVs gathering dust in dealerships nationwide. That's like a small city of electric cars just sitting there, twiddling their wheels. And the plot thickens. It's taking an average of 92 days for one of these EVs to find a new home, compared to a speedy 54 days for good old gas-powered vehicles. It looks like the EV hype train might be slowing down. But while EVs are struggling, gas-powered cars are making a comeback. It's like the classic cars are saying, "Hey, remember us?" Ford's decision to throw billions back into combustion engines and create a new powertrain system indicates they're dusting off the cobwebs from traditional vehicles. Ford's not taking this lying down though. They tried to spice things up by slashing prices on the F-150 Lightning and even throwing in some federal tax incentives. But the market response? Meh. It's like the EV party invite got lost in the mail. So here we are, automakers scratching their heads, wondering where they went wrong with their EV strategies. And all those political efforts to boost EVs might have done the opposite. Instead of an electric revolution, we've got an oversupply of EVs. Ford is also pulling out of the electric vehicle market for many important reasons. Darren Palmer, VP of Electric Vehicle Programs at Ford, shows how carefree his workers are, which is scary. Palmer's claim that worries about EVs that haven't been sold yet are overblown downplays Ford's huge mistake in assuming the market would be ready to accept their electric cars. Concerns about the environment have also put a shadow over EVs because they require a lot of mining for battery materials, which makes their carbon footprint very large. On top of that, Ford is being sued for $19 million for false advertising. The company said it would be recalling 35,000 Mustang Mach-E electric cars because of a problem that could cause them to lose power. It comes after a previous recall, making people wonder how well Ford's first attempts work. The case shows what could happen if you lower the quality of your products and the fairness of the market to make more money. Ford's loss in the EV market costs the company money and makes it hard to win back customer trust. Trust is vital to keeping customers, and false advertising claims can make people doubt the brand's trustworthiness. The F-150 pickup, a cornerstone of Ford's financial stability, has faced its share of challenges. A recall of over 870,000 F-150 pickups due to a major problem with the electronic parking brake has further strained the company. While no accidents or injuries have been reported, the sheer volume of warranty claims and field reports underscores the seriousness of the defect. Amid these challenges, Ford is reevaluating its production strategy, aiming to boost the production of gas-powered vehicles by 160,000 units in the next 10 months. The company acknowledges the continued demand for traditional vehicles and plans to capitalize on its popular models like the F-150, Ranger, and Bronco. The automotive industry as a whole is witnessing a shift. General Motors also invests heavily in internal combustion vehicles, signaling that the ice age is not over. The CEO of Stellantis criticizes the proposed ban on petrol and diesel cars by the EU by 2035, emphasizing the affordability crisis of EVs for the average consumer. But wait, it's not all doom and gloom for Ford. They might be hitting a few road bumps in the EV world, but they're not slamming the brakes on innovation altogether. They've got some tricks up their sleeves. Ford is gearing up to roll out a brand spanking new transmission with range extenders and a sprinkle of solar-powered magic. The goal? Supercharge your charging on the go and give your vehicle some extra mileage. Now that's what I call thinking ahead. Sure, the whole shebang is still in the works, but it speaks volumes about Ford's dedication to staying ahead in the tech game. They're not just throwing in the towel, they're revving up for the next lap, and it's looking pretty high-tech. Let's talk about the current electric vehicle, EV blues. It might seem like the demand is taking a nap, but don't count EVs out yet. Battery tech is doing serious acrobatics, and charging stations are popping up like mushrooms after the rain. People's interest in EVs is expected to bounce back. It's just a matter of time. However, there's a heavyweight champ in this automotive arena named Tesla and its Cybertruck. The fierce competition and traditional players like Ford are feeling the heat. It's a showdown, folks, and the fate of the EV market hangs in the balance. Consumers are the ultimate referees here. They can decide who gets the trophy and who's left in the dust. So as the EV drama unfolds, remember it's not over until the consumer makes the final call. Keep your seatbelts fastened. This ride is far from over. Ford managed to shake hands with the United Auto Workers, dodging a potential financial storm that comes with labor disputes. Smart move, right? Nobody needs extra drama when you're already navigating through some rocky EV terrain. Now let's circle back to Jim Farley's warning. It's like a wake-up call for the whole auto industry. He's got us thinking, is the electric vehicle, EV, dream still feasible in the current economic climate? It's a valid question, especially when financial storms are brewing. Finding the sweet spot between pushing the boundaries of technology and making it wallet-friendly for the masses is no easy feat. Ford's wrestling with this challenge, and they're not alone. It's like trying to dance on a tightrope. One wrong move, and you're in for a tumble. So as the dust settles on the labor front, the big shots in the auto industry are huddling up, scratching their heads, and trying to figure out how to keep the EV dream alive without breaking the bank. It's a tough gig, but who said revolutionizing the way we drive was going to be a walk in the park? All in all, the battle between electric and internal combustion vehicles is intensifying. Ford's shift away from EVs signifies a critical moment for the industry. The decisions made in the coming years will shape the future of transportation. As consumers, policymakers, and industry leaders navigate this landscape, the question remains, which side are you on, electric or gas? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more content.